What's going on, guys? This is Generation Gamer here, and in this video I just wanted to give you a quick look at the serial killer in ranked. Now this is my first ranked match ever. Actually not ever, it's my first ranked match of the season. It's probably like my 5th ranked match. So in this one I started as the serial killer, and you're gonna see how I get the win. It's actually a lot easier than you might think. So I'm just going to walk you through my thoughts as I go through this and teach you some strategy. I do really think that this is one of my best wins. It's nice because this was my first ranked game of the season, and it was my first placement match. And I thought, oh crap, I got serial killer, I'm screwed, I'm about to lose. But I also was a little bit optimistic, just enough to say that, I'm going to give it my best shot. I'm going to give this my best shot. I got serial killer. What can I do? I have to give it my best shot. And so right off the bat, my strategy is to pretend to be sort of a vet, but also pretend to be the jester. So I come in with this little pitch here. I'm saying, I'm just kind of tongue-in-cheek, my target is Alice Young, and then lynch your target at all costs. That's just basically telling people to stay away from my house and preparing to be called out as the jester later on. Now obviously I have to make up a fake will, but and I don't know, I start out with vet there. Of course you can change it at any time. I don't have like a will set up, which I should have, but there should be multiple wills set up in case you're on the Mafia. That would be the best way to go about it, but of course this game, I'm just doing it on the fly because I'm starting off with vet, and I know I can just write it out as I need to. But as a good general rule, you should have a few different potential options written out, just so that you can claim what you need to claim. So right there, as you can see, the escort just got killed by the vet, which was obviously create, assuming her note was correct anyway. Now I'm crafting a message here, and this message is basically just telling people, kind of tongue-in-cheek, like I'm the jester, because I'm going off of the message I said the first time. Many people will interpret this as the vet as well. And then if the jailer was smart, he might jail me right away and just say, okay, cut this out. Or he might kill me. But some jailers like to kill jesters and some jailers don't. It's going to depend on the jailer. I think, personally for me, if I have better leads, I ignore the jester. And then if I don't have better leads, I kill the jester. So that's typically, I think, the best way to play the jailer. But the jailer in this case is just playing it like, well, you'll see what happens, but he's gonna eventually jail me, but he's not jailing me from the start. So create just comes out and says he's confirmed vet, and that's going to be important to know. Now I'm, of course, just acting like a jester, telling people to vote up Alice Young. I didn't expect anyone to actually vote with me, because I thought it was obvious at this point that I was playing it off like just an idiot, either a troll or a jester. But actually a couple people were voting with me, which is pretty funny. And then I'm like, hey, I wouldn't actually claim X. Like, really? So right there, what I'm doing is I'm just creating some confusion, like making them think, like, could this guy actually have gotten a lead? And then they'll be like, no, there's no way, right? They won't actually follow my lead, but it's creating just enough confusion that it's in my benefit. And why is it in your benefit to create confusion? Well, it doesn't matter if you're on the mafia or you're neutral killing. It's good to create confusion because it will just, keep people away from you typically, and it will also, just it kind of screws the town essentially. And at this point, you might think, well, you got to kill the mafia as well, so why screw the town more? Well, because at first you need to get the town off you, then you want to kill the mafia. Now, as you saw in that note, he said that 3, which is actually my role, claims X, and then question mark, and then in brackets Jester. So people are assuming I'm Jester, as you can see there, but they're not really sure. So my plan is working at this point. People are starting to believe that I'm the Jester. And I never actually claimed X, which is kind of funny that he put that in the will. Actually, I did claim X the night 1, but I didn't specifically state it. I just said my target was Alice in a kind of tongue-in-cheek way. So now here I just message Void, and I kind of just, I'm trying to find Mafia at this point, because now I see that the town numbers are thin enough that I want to start killing the Mafia, but that's why I'm just messaging Void at this point to try to find his role. So he doesn't tell me his role, and, funny enough, the person I'm voting for here is actually going to get put up, which is really funny. You can see the power of suggestion in this game, especially at lower ELO, which if you're trying to escape, this is how you do it. You can win as these neutral killing roles just as easily as you can the Mafia. Maybe not just as easy, but almost as easily. So if you have a low tier role, don't worry, I got you covered. Watch my channel, I'll teach you how to win. And if you like this content, obviously be sure to like the video. I'll make more. I can give you step by step. I can show you pitches. I can show you, more strategy and all that if you'd like. Or I can just show you more gameplay. Whatever you guys kind of prefer, I'll start to do. But, yeah, so obviously here they noticed that, like, they're smart enough not to kill him. At least a couple of members of the town. A couple of guys were actually going to try to kill him, which is pretty funny. But, just creating confusion. That's all it was there. So now I get jailed, and I think I'm screwed at this point because the jailer found out. It's like, okay, you're creating enough chaos at this point, so he jails me. And I don't respond quickly because I don't know exactly what I should say. So now I claim executioner because that's my best bet. I could have claimed Jester as well, which may have given me a shot, but if I'm Jester, then there's less reason to keep me alive than if I'm Executioner, because Executioner can't be killed at night. Now I convince the jailer to keep me alive, and I tell him I'm going to vote on Meep, which may have been the wrong thing to say, but you'll see that it's okay. Okay, so the jailer gets killed now, and he didn't kill me. So now that puts me in a good position. Um, but of course, obviously there's 3 mafia, so I have to claim witch at this point, because if I don't, then the mafia will just hang me. I don't know if they know who I am yet, but still, as soon as there's a lead on SK, everyone's just gonna fucking vote that. So you have to claim witch once there's a mafia majority. Now this is brilliant right here. This one, I don't mean to, what do they call it, toot your own horn, but this is my pitch whether I'm actual witch or neutral evil or killing or anything. I always say that I'm the witch and then tell me who the mafia is so that I don't accidentally kill them. And what ends up happening is if they tell me who the mafia is, which he will hear in a second, then now I know more than anyone else in the game. I have the most power because I know every role, and now I'm working against the town and the mafia. Everyone is confused. I have the most power in the game. And you can see I did get him to reveal his secrets. He tells me to send someone into 5. So I start thinking 5 might be actual vet, but then again I know that create was the vet earlier on, but I'm starting to question whether 5 is vet because he just told me to send someone into 5. So it's kind of strange. But as you can see right now, I'm about to backstab the mafia and just attack Alice, and I have a 1 in 3 chance to hit the Godfather, so I'm hoping I don't hit the Godfather. I have a feeling that the hardworking is actually Godfather because he came forth first, and sometimes people just end up role-playing the roles a little bit. So that was my, enjoying the Godfather more because the Godfather is the most less likely to be killed. So right there, I just betrayed the mafia. I used their knowledge against them, which was kind of a slimeball tactic, as you can see. But you know what? You got to do what you got to do to win. So he still thinks I'm SK, but I'm about to tell the town so he still thinks I'm witch, but I'm about to tell the town that I'm SK. I'm thinking in my head right now, I'm just going to communicate back to him, but should I tell the town I'm SK? Right there, you can see Jester gets killed. So now I'm like, okay, I have to tell the town I'm SK because the mafia will try to kill me. And I have to pitch the town that, okay, maybe I can help the town and we can kill the mafia. So now I was working with the mafia, working with, in quotations, now I'm working with the town. As you can see, what you have to do to win as an SK, you have to manipulate everyone, which is, it's tough, but once you get the hang of it, that's what makes you a good player at this game. Now, my other option here was to say, if, for example, I was in higher ELO at this point, I would just ask the town, listen, you're not going to win, help me win. But since I'm in lower ELO, I can kind of tell because these people have made some mistakes at this point. I'm just going to pitch them the fact that I can help the town as well, because otherwise the mafia would do the same, and then the town might actually be gullible enough to believe it. And right here, I'm just letting them know that, it's better to trust the SK than the Mafia. I have to fight back because this guy's kind of pushing on them to not let me win because he's obviously upset that I manipulated him into giving me all the Mafia. So I do successfully get the lynch, and that means that I have a very good chance of winning this game now. But still, this night is going to be a bit confusing because I have to decide now who I'm going to kill next. And I'm reading the chat closely here. He says, bye Meep Meep. SK will kill you all. So right now he's thinking of attacking Meep Meep. Okay. And I don't know which one of these is actually vet because he said to send someone into 5. So I'm really confused about who's vet right now. I'm thinking that either of them could be vet, to be honest. I start to think that 5 is more likely vet, just a little bit because, you know, he said to send someone into 5, but I already know that 2 has killed someone in the past. So I start thinking that the Godfather would have likely attacked one of the vets, so that, which was Meep, as he said, so that he would kill himself, essentially making me lose if I don't attack anyone. And I think that's what his plan was. So because of that, I attack, create. But it was such a sketchy choice right there. The game was on the line. The game was really on the line if, so you can see I did attack the vet there, but the game was really on the line if the hardworking had attacked vet, because if he had attacked the vet and been killed, and I didn't attack anyone, then I could have been hung. So that's why I figured I had to attack, but it was such a sketchy choice. And at this point, you can see in the chat there, I still think that it's a tie because I don't know the fact that SK and Godfather left actually equals SK win. But as you can see there, it was such a close call at the end. I could have attacked Meep instead, for example. And then what would have happened is if I'd attacked Meep, then I would still have to persuade them to kill the Godfather, and I'd been at a disadvantage because I'd have just killed a town member. So it was a very close call there. But as you can see, it worked out. A little bit of luck involved, obviously, if any SK win. But the good thing is, you know, the way to win this essentially is to come out with as many pitches as you can, you know, be ready, review this video, and this is how you win as an SK. I hope you enjoyed, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you like the video, and that's all. See you in the next one. Peace.